There we go. Hello. Hey, Moodrock. Good to see you. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for being patient with me over the last week or so. As I kind of mentioned on the podcast, there's been a lot kind of going on. Um, we have a lot to look at this week. We are now officially in eclipse season. We are also in the Lionsgate portal. I mean, tomorrow is the Lionsgate officially. But of course, the Lionsgate portal usually opens up around the 26th of July, goes approximately to August 12th. So we are in a very high potent manifestation period. And to be having the solar eclipse in Leo happening on, I believe it's the 12th of this month, it is a very potent period. This solar eclipse is going to be very exciting. I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. Solar eclipses are new moons, so they usually bring new beginnings. And of course, solar eclipses usually take about 6 months to really unfold. So don't expect necessarily the big thing to happen on the 12th. I mean, it certainly can, but even then, if something big does happen, more of it's there's a bigger story attached to it that's likely going to unfold over the next 6 months or so. Sometimes eclipses can unfold for the next 18 months, year and a half, really depends. Now, this particular eclipse is really exciting. It's happening at about 20 degrees of Leo, and it is happening with both Jupiter and Mercury in the sign of Leo. And Mercury is getting very close to being conjunct with Jupiter. So there's a lot of optimism around this particular new moon. Leo is the sign of fun. It's a sign of romance. It's a sign of your creative expression. It's a sign of royalty. So definitely there's an element of leadership. It's about kings and presidents and prime ministers and that sort of, also celebrities. We do also have the South Node, however, that has now entered into Leo. So the South Node is there. So this particular solar eclipse is about releasing something, or when we have a South Node, it can also mean the returning to something you've already done, known as familiar with. Something from the past can come back around. But I think that there's going to be some very interesting, exciting news with Mercury getting so close to Jupiter. Really exciting or optimistic news, some sort of enthusiastic news around Leo is like, let's have a good time, right? Like, let's have some fun. It's about entertaining and it's about entertainment. Uh, it's it's a it's a it's summer, right? It's the summer vibes. So this is really about being carefree and letting your hair down and just having a good time and rolling with it. And so Leo also, I think this is important to understand, it governs the heart chakra. So it's really important to understand, what is it that you're super aligned with when it comes to your own heart, like your own desires, what it is that your heart really wants. And that's really important to pay attention to, that if there's anything that's kind of coming up over the next couple of weeks where it's a should versus what you truly want in your heart, you want to lean into your heart. Now, Leo can also be a sign of pride. It can also be the sign of like really wanting to boast like your ego and like, yeah, hey, I did this. It can also be the sign of like wanting to be famous and wanting to be center stage and kind of in the spotlight. Nothing wrong with that. You just don't want that to be your sole motivation. because if that's the case during this new moon solar eclipse, the south node is going to make sure that something is going to kind of knock you down a couple pegs. Okay. So just be aware of that with this particular solar eclipse, but it's in a really nice, it's a wide trine, but it's still close enough to Saturn in Aries. And so Saturn in Aries is bringing in a sense of responsibility, security, groundedness. It's making something long lasting. It's giving it durability. So whatever is kind of happening around this time is likely meant to gonna have those qualities to it. So we really like that. What else is going on? I believe next week Mars is also entering into Cancer. So Mars in Cancer, not so happy, right? Mars doesn't like to be in Cancer, which, is going to start the squares to Mars square Neptune in Aries. It will also be squaring Venus in Libra, I believe. Or no, it's already gone through its square. Venus is already ahead of it. But it will go through its square to Neptune and then eventually Saturn and Aries. But that being said, Mars in Cancer, it makes us all a little passive aggressive, okay? But it can also make you very motivated to connect with family, to perhaps connect to your own inner world, your own sense of vulnerability, getting really in touch with your own emotions. What is it that you really need? What is it that are your deepest needs and wants when it comes to like things that you wouldn't normally express to people? This could also have something to do with the home life, home property. Also, this might be about wanting to get really into, some of you might feel very inspired to want to learn more about your ancestry or your roots and things of that nature while Mars is in Cancer. But Mars in Cancer makes you want to fight for your home life. There could be some more conflict on the domestic front. And that goes for saying for us collectively in your own countries and things of that nature. We can see some of that. What else do we need? Oh, and on the 15th, because I'm doing this reading from the 7th to the 20th. Usually I do 1 to 15, like first half of the month, second half of the month. Because I'm a little late, we're going to go from the 7th to the 20th, and then I'll do another one 20th to the 31st. Okay. So, on the 15th, Mercury will conjunct Jupiter. Beautiful day. Where in the sign of Leo. So Mercury conjunct Jupiter is very good for travel. If any of you guys are planning travel on that day or you're traveling, it's great. But it's just a very optimistic, also celebratory day for giving good news, announcing something. So we may even collectively get some really good news on the world stage, perhaps. So that's something to be on the lookout for. I think overall, I really like this solar eclipse. I think that it's really opening up some new doors, some new pathways for you guys that are going to be very exciting. The only thing is that because the South Node is present, you're likely going to have to release something, clear something out, let something go, things of that nature. So... anything else to say about that? Let me just say hello to Dynamite, Scorpio. Yeah. Wait, let me see. Your tower moments have paid off. Bought some land in Blanca. Oh, let me just hold on. I got to open up my screen here because it cuts off some of the chat for me. You bought some land in Blanca, Colorado? Big screen here? Ooh, we love that. We love that. Congratulations. And lucky, thank you very much. Yes, so for any of you who may not know, I got engaged. And soon to be married. We're going to do a very quick turnaround here because your girl's a Venus Aries and Mars Aries, and I don't like to waste time. So we're getting to it. Okay. let's see. We're going to jump into all signs right now. Of course, before I do, the 3-day 180 retreat is in less than 2 months. Actually, it's in like 6 or 7 weeks. So if you're planning on coming, secure your ticket. We are almost sold out. We've got 8 people coming. We're trying to get to 10, which will make it my largest retreat. It's already my largest retreat, and it's going to be very, very fun. I will say that the magic part of the retreat, where we love to partake in some fungi that is magical, will be, let's say, very DMT-like. I'm going to be trying it out very, very soon. It's very potent. I've been warned it's very, very potent. So I'm going to be checking it out because that might be a very nice option for you guys. So stay tuned for a journey update on that. Thank you, Elohai. I really appreciate it. Okay, so that being said, let's roll into it. Earth signs, you guys are first. Let's get into it. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So let's find out for my Earth signs, what is the main theme of your reading and what is the potential challenge? What is your main theme of your reading and what is the potential challenge? Okay. We'll do that. Okay, the main theme of your reading, Earth signs, is very apropos for a South Node solar eclipse. It is releasing. And I finally got a new webcam, guys. Oh my God. I had been having to do with my laptop camera for so long and finally got around to actually getting myself an upgraded camera after my other one broke. So I hope the clarity is better. We're going to give you good, strong pictures now. So Earth signs, releasing, purification, spiritual cleansing, letting go. So yes, the South Node is very much like a detox, purification, release, letting go. For some of you, it may be a very spiritual part, especially if you're a Virgo. Okay, so for my Virgos, because this South Node and the solar eclipse is happening in your 12th house, which is a very spiritual house, that could very much be the case for you. Now, what was I going to say? If you're a Capricorn, then Leo is your 8th house. So that is also very much purification, detoxing. And of course, if you're a Taurus, this is your house and home. Okay, so these are going to be the themes around your reading. Now, the challenge for you guys is Ice Queen, introspection, self-analysis, fortitude. All right, so I don't know if any of my Earth signs are feeling a little frosty out there. If you've been perhaps, I don't know, maybe not opening up the heart so much, this might be a time, Earth signs, where you need to get in touch with your feels. You may need to say what's on your heart, not just what's on your mind. And you can't just, because when I see this self-analysis, obviously, like very Virgo, you guys love to analyze everything. Capricorns, you're very like, this is just how it is, bottom line. We don't need to get into the mess and fuss of it all. Like, let's just cut straight to the brass tacks about it, right? And Taurus, well, Taurus, you know, you can be stubborn sometimes. So, Earth signs, you may need to really look at something where it feels like perhaps this might be about opening your heart more, becoming a little more vulnerable, just with the sense of what we're looking at with this solar eclipse in Leo happening. But we'll kind of see where this is leading. We'll go into the tarot. So let's see what we need to know about the past for my Earth signs. What do we need to know about the past? I may need to just get my chair up here for a second. I feel a little low. Oh, a little better. Okay. What do we need to know? Okay, well, we have the Four of Wands. There we go. We have the King of Cups in reverse. That's what I was talking about. And we have the Ace of Stars. All right, coming into the present moment for my earth signs. We have the Four of Stars in reverse. The Two of Stars in reverse. The Three of Stars, which is also the Pentacles. They're all coming up. You guys are getting all Pentacles in your reading. Three of Stars, upright. Six of Wands coming into your near future. Huh. The Star card. Okay. Ooh. And the Queen of Wands. There's where we melt your ice queen, earth signs. There she is. All right, let me put you over there. Overall energy. Oh, Two of Cups in reverse, 10 of Wands, upright. Earth signs. Okay. Like I said, kind of called it at the beginning here. I love it when my intuition's on. Two of Cups in reverse. It feels like this has to do likely with you and another person, or you making some sort of important connection to something else that almost feels like it's you and it are becoming one. Okay. So it could be you in a business. It could be you in a project. It could be you in a goal. It could be anything like that if it's not you and another person. Okay. But I'm going to speak about it just from the more person aspect, just because I see a lot of that kind of coming up now, because I do believe it's going to somehow involve someone else in your life in some way. Okay. Even if it's not directly. Now, Two of Cups in reverse, there might be some sort of block or some sort of hurdle or resistance here between you and another person. It could be that maybe you're not on the same page or you haven't been. But look, this has been a long-standing challenge, a long-standing, even, I don't want to say battle, but like it's been a journey. Okay, it's been a journey, an uphill journey, I shall say, that has definitely had its fair share of obstacles, twists and turns, challenges for you to get through when it comes to the Two of Cups in reverse. I do get a sense, based off of what I'm seeing here in the cards, that this is absolutely coming to a final close, in a sense of the challenges, the obstacles are coming to a close. And then it may be, for many of you, a time where you and someone else are coming back together on the same page, removing the resistance, removing whatever maybe blocks might be there, walls that might be up, maybe even around the heart. Okay, for some of you. And when I say the heart, that does not necessarily mean romantic. Okay, it may mean that you need to really share something that is on your heart to someone that puts you in a vulnerable situation that they need to understand about you, or maybe you need to share it, or they need to share with you. Okay, so just keep in mind, this does not have to be romantic. Now, looking at your past, you have the Four of Wands, the King of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Stars. So I am seeing the Four of Wands is absolutely a soulmate card. It's a celebration card. It's a wedding card. It's family getting together. It's a happy occasion. It's also about building foundation, possibly with family, or in a way that gives you a reason to celebrate, gives you a reason to be happy. All right. So, and then with the King of Cups here in reverse, and then the Ace of Stars. So I am seeing that there is someone here who's guarding their heart. They're not as emotionally available, or they haven't been as emotionally forthcoming. Not necessarily because they're trying to hide anything. It could just be out of fear. It could be out of not knowing how to show their emotions. It could be maybe it's not the right time. I don't know. But I am seeing someone here that is there is that. Now, for some of you, if it's not that, okay, this could be someone from your past who's very much you've cared about has kind of come back around. Because I am seeing a new opportunity here with the Ace of Stars, which is the Ace of Pentacles. Just remember the stars are all the pentacles here. Now, this could be literally a new opportunity or new beginning of a pathway for more money, for new source of income, new source of or new resources coming in. This could be actually a gift, something of material value coming in. But there's something here that's opening up. So that's here in your past. Okay. Now, where the release is coming in as I'm seeing it over the next couple of weeks. So 4 of stars in reverse, 2 of stars in reverse, 3 of stars. So 4 of stars in reverse, meaning like you've been holding something close to your chest, or you've been holding on to old ways, or trying to like hold on to something to feel safe or secure in something. And you're realizing you have to let that go. Okay, so there is some sort of release coming here. Like I said, that's the main theme of your reading. And of course, that is the South Node in Leo solar eclipse. It does feel like you are letting something go. And perhaps for some of you, it's just trying to always hold it all together with the 2 of stars here in reverse. Like maybe like you can't balance everything and you're just going to like let it all just kind of land where it may, you know, like for some of you, you may be trying to just like say things in the right way, in the perfect way, or get things done in the perfect way, or just have everything happen in the most perfect way. And I think you're kind of realizing that's not going to really work here. But I do see though that even also the 2 of stars in reverse is telling me a choice is made. So there is some sort of choice here also coming up that is being made. Now with the 3 of stars, I see this is a time of also laying some new energy down for building something with someone else. Whether this is a project or something more, if this is something more relationship oriented, or perhaps this is for some of you where this is just you. This could be about focusing on a new skill, taking a new course, learning something new, right? So 3 of stars is very much a learning card, but it's the beginning stages of building something, working on something with maybe other people and laying the right foundations down. So that's kind of coming up here. But in order to do that, you kind of have to let go of the need to everything to be perfect. Now, coming into your near future, you have the 6 of Wands, the Star, and the Queen of Wands. We love this energy, Earth signs. Like, I mean, love this energy. I am seeing you in the future feeling on top of the world. You are feeling super good. I don't know if for some of you, or you're going to be getting recognized for something, you're going to be seen. It feels like in a brand new way. I see a dream coming true for you, something big, something that you've really wanted for a long time. Or is definitely coming into minimum. It's coming into very direct focus now for you. And with the Queen of Wands here, either this is you or someone else around you that is really bringing in some sort of magnetic energy of feeling like I said, the warmth is there, the fire is there, the spirit is hungry. And I don't know, you're feeling, I feel like you are entering into a stage of your journey or your life where you're happy, you're feeling really good and optimistic about what's coming. Your confidence is definitely growing, Earth signs. Your confidence is definitely growing. I would say though that in order to kind of get here, you're going to have to melt the walls down, okay? Whatever walls that you may have up that are holding you back, preventing you from whatever, if it's not divulging your feelings, maybe it's about taking steps forward, or maybe it's about asking for help to help you move forward, whatever it might be. Okay, so we'll go into the cards now to kind of clarify. I just need a little bit of water. Let's find out this 2 of Cups. Let's find out this 2 of Cups in reverse, this overall energy for my Earth signs. Yeah, we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. And we have the Knight of Wands. So it feels to me like perhaps what felt like something that felt far out in the distance when it comes to a really big happily ever want or dream of yours, something that you've always seen in the big picture of like your big life goals, your big life dreams, whether it's family or not. It doesn't have to be family, even with the 10 of Cups here, but it can be. But it's more of like what it means to you. What is your like happy, like, I love my life. This is exactly what I was here to put on this earth to do, to live, to all of that. And it may have, again, like I said, because we got the 2 of Cups here in reverse, if this involves someone else somehow, this could be a really close friend of yours. Okay. Whatever this is, there's some passion coming back in. There's energy. There's a spark and a willingness to want to move forward. So either you're moving forward or someone else is wanting to move forward, and it could be both parties wanting to move forward in a fresh new way, where you're finally over the hump. Okay. You're finally on the other side. It's not just like you're coming out of the tunnel and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. No, like you're through the tunnel now. Okay. So you're really like the worst is kind of behind you. And it feels like there's an invigorated energy that's kind of coming in to possibly for some of you, the relationship on a whole, or a circumstance that you and someone else are finding yourself in. Let me see what this 4 of Wands is. Well, there we go. The Empress on the 4 of Wands. Whatever this is, like, I mean, okay, if this is about you and someone else, this is your person, okay? The Empress coming up is like, whoo, like this is your person. This is the person who makes you feel full, fulfilled, happy, expansive. For some of you, this could be about a pregnancy. So I don't know if anyone's been recently gotten pregnant or wanting to get pregnant. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? This is crazy. Okay, we have the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Page of Wands. Something that has taken a really long time to get here. Finally, you've had some good news. This is I don't know what happened here. I mean, I know what happened here for me. Okay. Because I'm a Taurus. But this is certainly a very big celebration, a reason to celebrate at minimum 2 parties coming together. Something that has like been taking a while. It felt like it was stuck for a while. Didn't know if it was going to really get there, but there's been some recent developments that are definitely at minimum bringing some optimism into the picture, if not some really good news. For some of you, this really is about your soulmate. For others of you, this is just about someone who you care about very deeply, romantic or not. And I would say that if this is something that is more on the business front, you are meant for this. Like you are meant for this, and it is meant for you. Okay? Just took a little while to get here, but it does feel like you've celebrated something, or should be at minimum. What's this King of Cups in reverse? Okay, we have the 7 of Wands in reverse. And we have the Chariot. Look how that one came out. Okay, so I see some movement here. Someone who's maybe had their guard up, maybe letting their walls down, maybe wanting to let their walls down in order to move forward. Maybe there was a sense of needing to get vulnerable here. Based off of the 7 of Wands in reverse, and in order to move something forward. Okay, so I see that someone who maybe who has a lot of love or a lot of appreciation or is very highly intuitive, had to really bring down some of their walls and kind of surrender. And when I say surrender, I mean just surrender to maybe just, again, like I said, having to be vulnerable. But it moved something forward here with the Chariot. It opened up a pathway. So what's this Ace of Stars? Wow, we have the Queen of Cups. What a fucking reading, our signs. Oh my God. Way to come out of the... We have the Ten of Wands in reverse. This is a wonderful energy. So Earth signs, again, like I said, it feels like for some of you, if this is money related, okay, again, something is opened up. It might have something to do with your intuition. This may have been something about following your own heart, leaning into something you care for very deeply, and really kind of removing the obstacles of what the hard journey. Again, like I said, it feels like the journey that has been very difficult for you is really coming to a close here. Like the worst of it is absolutely behind you. But again, there's a new thing that's opened up here. Now, for some of you, this may have been a new development in a relationship with the Queen of Cups here. So for some of you, this might have been about maybe moving in with your partner. Maybe this is about taking your relationship to a different level. This could have been about, whatever obstacles were in the way of you and someone else you deeply care about, it removed, and it just opened up a new beginning here for you. I also see, I want to say for any of you who are following your or using your intuition for perhaps a source of income, if you've been experiencing any struggles, I'm seeing that that's now going to be put behind you, and you should really lean into that more. What is the Four of Stars in reverse? Okay. Oh, well, the Four of Stars, which is the Four of Pentacles in reverse, is clarified by the Four of Pentacles in reverse with a Tower card. Okay. Well, we've got a surprise coming up for you, Earth signs, but it's through releasing something, like letting go. I don't know if you some surprise comes that forces you to let go of something. Let's just clarify this Tower. We need a clarification on this Tower. What's this Tower? Aha! The Queen of Swords in reverse, the Ice Queen. Oh. We are melting. We are melting. So now this could be, I just want to warn you, Earth signs, be very careful with your tongue, okay? And I don't mean about putting it down anyone's throat. I mean saying a word or a few words that may hurt someone, or someone might be doing that to you. I don't know. Or it could just be because something's getting released here. Something's getting let go. So it also could be, though, that the Ice Queen is melting. And this is where you're going to be looking at yourself and realizing, hey, maybe I do need to open up a little bit more. Maybe I need to be different with my words. Maybe I could say things with a little more care. That could also be the thing. I know myself, I can sometimes be a little too direct, and what I'm saying and my intentions kind of get a little cross-wired, and kind of sometimes comes across a little harsher than I intended to. So just kind of be aware of that. But something's kind of releasing through this. Two of Stars in reverse, I see a decision or a choice being made. Also, the need to not be perfect, right? Just maybe let it be a little messy. Yeah, so the Six of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Wands. So perhaps this is about really having an open discussion, getting clarity, and movement around, maybe not circling the same drain over and over and over again. If you find yourself repeating a pattern that you no longer really want to repeat, this is where you're like, you know what? No more of this. Like, let's put this to bed. Not going down this road anymore. So this could be you and someone else that, again, like I said, where you're kind of having a discussion here, and it happens pretty fast with the Eight of Wands. Like, this is kind of like an aha moment. It's also a bit of a breakthrough, where it's like, you know, we don't need to continue doing this thing or staying in this kind of energy or talking about this thing. There's something where there's a choice made here that gets you out of like a pattern you don't want to be in anymore. What's this Three of Stars? Ooh. Okay, so you're building. We have the Devil in reverse and the Two of Swords. So Earth signs, you're going to be working with someone else, building something, possibly even working on a skill or learning something new. Where, you know, in the past, you've been like, you're setting yourself free, where you may have not been sure about this, but now you're kind of moving towards it. This is something that there's been a little bit of fear or hesitation around at the minimum. And that's fine, but that's all releasing, so that's good. It feels like something was blocking this. And like I say, there's a lot of release happening here. So you're kind of getting set free, Earth signs, over the next, I don't know, 10 days or so. That's what I'm doing the reading for. Pay attention to that, because it's going to be around something where you were like, you felt like you were at a stalemate. Okay. It felt like things weren't moving forward, and now they will be. What's the Six of Wands? Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting energy, Earth signs. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to be drinking a lot of water because I'm getting over a sore throat. So the Six of Wands clarified by the Five of Wands and the Page of Swords. Let me just tell you, you are in you're in the spotlight. You're getting recognized. People are cheering for you. People are excited. There's some sort of recognition you are getting, plus you are just loving where you're at, okay? Someone from the sidelines is also watching and is very curious, but feels a little differently. May not be as happy for you as some of the other people are. I don't know, there's some conflict here. There's some drama. So just beware that not everyone is feeling as elated as you and some of the people around you for your success or kind of what's going on. Because the Page of Swords is a little bit of a lurker. The Page of Swords is someone who's kind of like social media stalking, you know, like from the sidelines. You don't know. They're just curious, kind of looking you up. So even this particular Page of Swords just looks creepy as hell. Like, okay, look at that guy. But I just, I feel like, I don't know, there could be some sort of drama that gets started because of this, even though it's a happy occasion. Could be some drama, so just be aware of that. But I still feel like things are really good for you. You've got the Star card. Got the Star card coming in here. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Wands in reverse. Oh, I'm going to say this, Earth signs. You have been at this for a while. This has been a journey that has been unfolding, not for just days or weeks. It feels like months, years, many, many years for some of you. Okay. And it felt like you may never ever get here with the Nine of Wands here in reverse. But this big wish, this big dream coming true is really about you feeling very successful. Like, hey, I got here. I did this. It's like I conquered this. Um, there's a sense of pride over what you've been maybe building, or what it took to get you here. It feels like you had to overcome a lot of barriers and challenges that perhaps not everyone around you was aware of. But it feels like there's a deep sense of pride within you for what you've accomplished. So, and the sense of like, I did it, right? Like, even though you've likely had help along the way, there's something about this feeling that is like you've reached a pinnacle, you've reached an apex within your journey that from the outside, people look in, of course they're excited for you, but I think only the very few people who are very close to you are even going to come close to understanding what it took for you to get here. And so there is this moment, it feels like, where you're going to have to almost like exhale and just take a moment for yourself to really acknowledge yourself and the journey and like what got you. Because this definitely feels like you've reached a pinnacle moment here, something worth celebrating. Because there's a lot of celebration going on here. So what's this Queen of Wands? And there is something about your own independence coming up here that is really feeling successful. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. So yeah, you're kind of this Queen of Wands energy, like big confidence, very we also have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords can be someone who overthinks something, who you've been maybe trapped in your own thoughts or feeling like you were stuck, right? And it feels like, but the Five of Cups here with it in reverse is kind of being like you're kind of coming out of a place where you felt kind of stuck, you felt trapped, you felt like, I don't know which way to go, which can I go this way? Can I even go that way? Like, it's kind of got that energy to it, but it's all releasing. It's all kind of getting gone, because with the Five of Cups in reverse, it's like you don't have to worry about that anymore. And your confidence is really growing as a result. And I will say this, what I'm feeling for you, Earth signs, is that other people are sensing it. And it's going to start to draw new opportunities towards you as a result. So I would say, Earth signs, be aware of opportunities coming your way just because you've shed a heavy, heavy energy that you've been carrying for a long time. And now because it's free, it's like, it's so liberating that you are going to like attract people. Like, it's going to be like, people are going to be so attracted to you. And it just, this is what I'm hearing for you. Things are about to get easier. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have to put in effort, but it's like, things are going to be easier in a sense of like how they unfold, how things happen. You're not going to feel the weight of everything like you were. So that's what I'm kind of getting for you, Earth signs. I love this reading. Great opening to the readings so far. Let's see here. So anyone who's an Earth sign, if you're watching right now, let me know in the live chat. And of course, if you're watching later, drop me a comment below and let me know if that reading resonated with you. And of course, if you're watching now or in the future, hit that like button for me, please. And thank you. And we will move on to water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's kind of take a look into what's in store for you for August 7th to the 20th. August 7th to the 20th. So let's kind of go over this while I shuffle the cards. So for my water signs, if you're a Cancer, this new moon solar eclipse is happening in your second house of income, money, resources, self-worth, material items, beauty. So this could bring in new opportunities for money. In fact, with Jupiter and Mercury here, this could be like a surprise of this could bring in some surprising energy you weren't expecting of something to do with money, your resources, your income. And again, for some of you, it might be beauty related. Okay. Beauty, food related. This might be the time where you finally like, yeah, I'm going to clean up my diet. I'm going to eat some different foods. I'm going to do it in the second house. Now, if you are a Virgo, no, Virgo, we're past earth signs. Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, if you are a Scorpio, then this is happening in your 10th house. Okay, so Leo is your 10th house of career, public status, reputation, ambition, goals. So this could be a new opportunity for getting a new job, a promotion, being recognized for something in your workplace. This could be, and if you're not working, whether you're retired or you're not working, in the traditional sense, maybe this could be about you working maybe with, I don't know if you're working on a board or an organization or helping out in some way. This could be a change in your actual status. And status meaning not just social standing, but status in like, this could be single to married, married to divorced. This could be you were in school, now you're graduated. This could be you were working and now you're retired. Like just status change, okay? How you are seen. But there's an optimistic feel to this solar eclipse. So something in there is happening. And again, because Mercury's there, there's some kind of news, good news, contracts. You could be signing new contracts, Scorpios. Now for Pisces. I keep jumping back to earth signs. Pisces. Leo is your 6th house. So this is your health. This is your day-to-day, your work environment. So this could be some sort of new developments within your health that really puts you on a new path for something that's going to set you up for success. Remember, this is a trine Saturn solar eclipse. Okay, so this is something that's going to be long lasting. It may take a little bit of time to kind of get there. It might happen a little bit slower, but it's going to be long lasting. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. But it could also be around something to do with your skills, your work environment, people you work with. So new developments there. Maybe something with your new daily habits, your routine. 6th house is also pets. You might be getting a new pet, Pisces. What else? Anything else? You might even like find, for some of you Pisces, you're traveling more for your work, right? Like, so you might be, because Jupiter there, Mercury, like you might get some travel opportunities through work. So that could be coming up too. All right, let's look into it. Let's find out what is the main theme of your reading, water signs, and what is the potential challenge. Okay, I mean, we got Ice Queen coming up again. Water signs. We'll see where this is taking us. Let's see. And Hmm. Okay, so water signs. We have introspection, self-analysis, fortitude, Ice Queen as your main theme of your reading. Now, I'm going to say I'm getting a little bit, okay, so a little similar energy, of course, here, but for the most part, it's a little different than what I was getting for earth signs. So I will say that for some of you, again, you may have been having to put up some walls for whatever reasons, or you may have even said something that you didn't want to. I don't know. And this could have been something like in the past, where you just had to be really harsh and to the point. And the reason I'm saying is because the challenge coming up is forgiveness. So whether it's about forgiving yourself or getting forgiveness from someone else, or they've hurt you and you're needing to forgive them, I don't know. That could be something that's kind of coming up. Because this is also about redemption, rebirth, and regeneration as your challenge, I will say water signs, for some of you, it feels like you've had to be really strong for a long time. You've had to kind of feel like you've been facing a lot and you've just had to hold it together and just keep pushing through. And I feel like you might be going through a moment where it's time to finally allow the regenerative part to come in, to kind of maybe, I don't know if like let go is the right word to use here, but allow perhaps is maybe better. Allow for the regenerative process to ensue. It's interesting when I look at this card, there's a face in the tree trunk there, okay? And she's kind of looking down on someone who's lying down in the grass. And it almost is like, you've kind of got the wisdom of the earth, but also some sort of strong foundation, right? The tree that is kind of putting some healing energy here. So I would say that it's important to lean on those who are very rooted and strong and grounded around you, to maybe not feel like you have to always be the number one support system in your world, like for everyone else. Maybe it's time that you just allow yourself to be held. And then for others of you water signs, I feel like it's really important to take a good look at yourself. And this may be the time where, again, I still feel like you've been through a lot, and it's been very challenging, but it's your time for redemption. So, you know how, like, sometimes we have a little bit of a fall from grace, and whether that's like a fall from grace in a sense of like literal, like you've done something wrong. I mean, you could have, or not. It's just like maybe that's just the way life has dealt the cards for you in the last little while, right? And it has felt like your own fall from grace, like just personally on the inside. It feels like you're about to hit perhaps your redemption arc right now. So let's kind of go and see where this is taking us. Hello, Michelle. Good to see you in the chat. Okay, let's see. What do we need to know for my water signs about the past? Okay, we have the moon in reverse with the 10 of Pentacles or stars in reverse. And then we have the 2 of crystals. We have one of my very long hairs. We have the world coming up in the main theme, or main current energies, I should say, of your reading. My hair is just coming out everywhere. Well, there we have the Empress in reverse in the heart of your spread. This is my favorite Empress card of all time. We also have the Chariot in reverse. Coming into the... we have the Hermit. Look at that. Into the future energies. The Hierophant in reverse. Lots of major... It's all major arcana here in your... Except for 2 cards. Last card. The Tower in reverse. Okay. Overall energy. 9 of Wands in reverse. 3 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you've been going through it. You've been going through it, water signs. It's been a hard time. You've been feeling like you want to give up. You've been feeling like, why me? The nice thing is the 3 of Crystals here is in reverse. So this is about healing. This is about moving beyond the pain, the suffering, whatever's really hurt your heart. And it doesn't necessarily mean someone has purposely hurt you or even hurt you directly, but it could just mean that there's been a lot of pain and difficulty when it comes to matters of the heart. And with the 9 of Wands here in reverse too, it just feels like, so close. And yet can I keep going? Like, when does this end? Kind of energy, Now coming into your past, we have the Moon in reverse, the 10 of Stars in reverse, the 2 of Crystals upright. So feels like something was revealed here with the Moon in reverse, like something was finally seen that was maybe hidden, or something got revealed that was maybe being kept close to the chest, or wasn't being discussed, or maybe just wasn't out in the open. Just because something came into something that was in the shadows was brought into the light. And with the 10 of Stars here in reverse, I don't know, for some of you, you may have lost a job. You may have lost a source of income. Something may have cost you a lot of money. For some of you, you may have decided, I'm done trying to make money in this way. I want to make money in a different way. For others of you, it may feel like you may have hit some sort of roadblock to your long-term goals or what you wanted for your investments, making more money. Just kind of hit some sort of roadblock there. Because the 2 of Crystals here in reverse, I'm seeing like stalemate, right? Like, which way do I go? And so there's this confusion of like not knowing which path to take next, or even why this is happening, actually, is what I'm hearing for some of you. However, in the current energies, we have the World, the Empress in reverse, and the Chariot in reverse. So there is a chapter that is coming to a close. For some of you, you might even be traveling with the World card coming up here, traveling abroad, traveling somewhere, whether it's to move or it's just in general, it's kind of coming up. I see that's going to be on the docket. Now, of course, when we have a solar eclipse that is close to Jupiter, Jupiter's in the mix here. Jupiter is all about travel, right? So that definitely is kind of coming up here. Solar eclipse in Leo, new moon, really is like, hey, maybe I need to start having a little more fun. Maybe I need to start traveling a little more. Maybe I need to start broadening my horizons. So that could be something that's kind of coming up for some of you. Now, for others of you, it feels like you're hitting, I've reached a goal. I've made it. I've done it. And it can feel really, really good. But for some reason, with the Empress here in reverse and the Chariot here in reverse, so for some of you, it feels like you're kind of not able to like fully share this goal or like this part where you finally hit this chapter. Like there's a part of you that's not feeling like you can actually like spread your wings and share it all, or you can talk about it. Like, I don't know, it feels like with the Empress here in reverse, like some of you have to kind of keep it under wraps. For others of you, it feels like the part of you that's kind of being birthed. So imagine like the lotus, right? First, you must go through the mud before the flower like can kind of really bloom. And I feel like you're in that mud stage, right? Where like you're almost at the bloom, but the flower's not fully there yet. So there's some sort of like it's coming, but it's still not here yet. And there's something about that that's kind of coming up here for you to address, to look at, where you might be putting more energy into how you're fully blooming in this area. That again, if you were changing careers, or if you're changing the way you want to make money, or if you're having to, I don't know, build new resources for whatever reason, there's something here that you've been like, I think your self-worth took a little bit of a hit too, water signs, but it feels like it is building, and it feels like it's on purpose. Like so it feels like this has all been going on so you can build a whole new level of your own value inside, but your own worthiness and sense of expansion from a place that is internal and not external based, so that it's more long lasting, it's more stable, and it's more uniquely tied to you. The Chariot here in reverse is telling me that you are going to be moving forward, okay? Like I actually don't get a pause energy here for you. The Chariot in reverse, I'm getting more of you're going to be moving in directions or in ways that you weren't anticipating. So they're going to be a little bit different than what you may have thought previously. So be ready to be a little flexible, a little malleable when it comes to the direction and the pathway that's going to be opening up ahead of you, because I'm seeing movement, but it's going to come in a bit of a way that is not what you necessarily planned for. And it's okay. It's not a bad thing. It doesn't feel like a bad thing. Now, coming into the future energies, we have the Hermit, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Tower in reverse. So it does feel like you do need to take some time to rest or to go inside with the Hermit here. So you will need to like have some time for you, where again, this might be about regeneration. Maybe this is about you not having to be the strong one. Maybe this is about you allowing others to help you in this time. You may also just have to retreat from the world a little bit to take care of certain things. Maybe just take self-care, maybe just taking care of you, or just, what is it that you need? Because again, it does feel like you're in your redemption arc and there is some sort of regeneration that needs to happen, but you've got to prioritize that, water signs. Because with the Hierophant here in reverse too, there is a commitment coming up that is going to be non-traditional. So you're going to be committing to a higher path, but it's not in a way that is traditionally seen, or even maybe how you were expecting it to happen, but it is going to happen. And with the Tower here in reverse too, this is speaking to perhaps something that happened in the past that was kind of shocking is kind of coming back around here. For some of you, this might be about trying to avoid your Tower moment, where trying to avoid something that would maybe is necessary, but it's going to be a little kind of earth shaky. Like it's going to shake things up for sure, but maybe it's good. Maybe that's exactly what's needed. For others of you, I do feel like this is something that's happened in the past, but it's coming back around here for some reason, and we'll take a look at that. So let's see what this Nine of Wands in reverse is all about. All right, we have the Page of Pentacles and the Magician both in reverse. So I think you're trying to manifest something, but you're kind of in the newer stages of it. And you're trying to learn something and you're feeling a little green, like, how do I do this? What am I doing? And I think things are moving a little slower. And like, this has been a painful process for you, whatever this is. And I don't think it's just one thing. I don't think it's just one thing. I think there's a few things here that you've been trying to build, create, manifest into existence. Again, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, you can't skip any steps here. It's really important to be diligent, to apply yourself. But you are like, the Page of Pentacles here is like, it's new energy. It's young energy, right? So whatever this is that you're involved in, that's kind of like been kind of raking you over the coals, it feels like it's been hard. It's also been for strengthening you. And it's something that because you needed to learn it. And oftentimes when we're leaving behind an old way to go into a new way, there is going to be that part where you kind of feel like Bambi on ice, right? Like you're not fully going to get it yet. So you're just getting your sea legs, so to speak. Now, let's take a look at the moon in reverse. We have the High Priestess in reverse. More reveal. Wow. There's definitely something that came to light here. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Cups in reverse. So this may, again, with the King of Pentacles in reverse, this could have been about a position at a job, something again to do with money, or this could be someone who is meant to be your rock, who's meant to be someone you can depend on. And maybe they don't feel as close as you would like them to. Maybe they don't feel as dependable. You're not sure. But also I do see a little bit of relief coming in here. So whatever was revealed did bring in a sense of relief. Because you're not upset, right? You're kind of like looking at the positive versus the negative. Like you're not crying over spilt milk here. So I do feel like whatever was revealed here, either you got over really quickly, you were able to move on, or it kind of was like, okay, let's look at the positive of this. What's the 10 of Stars in reverse? Okay, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse with the Sun in reverse. So something that would have been hard for you to walk away from, but I think you did, but I think it took some time. Like, I don't know if you were trying to leave the situation or move on from again, if this had anything to do with work, career, business, or money, when it comes to what you've invested or something you've invested a lot of your time and energy into, you were having a hard time letting go, but it does feel like it did dissolve in some way or reach its end point. But with the Sun here in reverse too, I don't know if it felt like a good thing, even though it likely did, because if this is something that you were having a hard time leaving, 8 of Cups, like you were meant to, but there was a sense of attachment here. And I would say too, also with the Sun here in reverse, this could be just that it was kind of confusing, not a lack of clarity on direction, possibly even with the Sun here feeling like, what's my purpose? Who am I? Those kind of questions could have come up here. What's this 2 of Crystals? This is your stalemate. This is where things are. Yeah. Okay, we have the 10 of Wands. So feeling like you've got a heavy burden on your back and not knowing which direction to go. You're carrying the weight of the world. Water signs, feels like. But we also have the 6 of Swords, but you're really wanting to move on from this kind of energy. You're really wanting to put an end to it, move to something new, move on to something new. But there was this like, I don't know what to do. Like, which direction do I do? Which direction do I go? Is this the right move? I do get a sense though that you were making some movement here. So there has been movement. What's this? The World. Ah. Ha. Okay. Because we're going into major arcanas all here. So there's something big now brewing for you, water signs, because these are all major arcana, and you've got more major arcana in your clarifiers. We have the Death card, the Hangman, and the Nine of Swords, clarifying the World card. So something finally reaching its end point, its climax, its success point for some of you, an accomplishment, a goal. With the Death card, the Hangman, and the Nine of Swords, it feels like, again, I get the sense there's some sense of relief coming in here for you, water signs, because this is finally bringing in an ending, but something that was like, I want to say is going to shift your perspective, because I think you've been stressing about this, and perhaps you've been stressing about it because you've been looking at it from through a different lens than maybe what you're going to be looking at it when it actually happens, which is going to shift your perspective, is going to open you up to something better. So you're going to start to see things differently. So something that you've had a lot of anxiety over, you've been stressing about, for some of you, maybe even like insomnia. Okay. And it feels like something you've waited for. You've been waiting for this. So something's going to break open for you, water signs, over the next couple of weeks. What's this? Empress? Empress in reverse. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands and the Eight of Coins in reverse. Again, for some of you, you might get a new work opportunity that's coming in, or if you've been working on something, it feels like you've been working on it behind the scenes, and you're finally going to get some good news around this. With the Page of Wands, there's some hope and there's some optimism coming in here for you. Even if those of you who've been procrastinating on something, but I'm feeling more like working behind the scenes, keeping your head down. And again, it feels like it's going to be expanding you. It feels like this is part of I'm going to keep calling it the redemption arc, because water signs, it feels like you're getting a redemption arc where you've had a fall from grace and now it's time to get your redemption arc, which I really love for you. And I do feel like there's something that's going to come in here that's going to spark some hope and optimism for you. What's this? Chariot in reverse. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. What else? We have the Devil in reverse, and we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Interesting. So again, like I said, it felt like this Chariot in reverse is about you moving forward, but just in different ways than you were expecting. And I think there's an idea that you've had in the past, possibly even looking at things from a different perspective, that I believe there were maybe some fears around, but I feel like you're releasing the blocks or the fears to that. If you felt bound by something, you won't. And I do get also that this may have been something that you kind of started. Okay. Something that you started in. So there's a little bit of an element of something that is from the past coming back, but it could be just simply that you've thought about it, but you never enacted it fully, for whatever reason. It just never fully took. But I think there's something about that that's going to like open the doors here for you, that's going to create the movement. So be open-minded, water signs. because also with the Knight of Wands here in reverse, I'm also getting that there could be a sudden burst of excitement or passion coming through. Now, what is this Hermit? Because this is where, again, like I said, you are going to need to take care of yourself. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So you are really looking, you're going to need to go inward and really look at, okay, what do I spend my time on? What do I spend my money on? What do I invest in? What am I tending to? What am I nurturing? And is it really worth it? Is it paying off? Is it bearing fruit? And I feel like you're going to need to go in to really look at what really deserves my energy and what doesn't anymore. And that could be part of the release, okay, that's kind of coming up here. That's like with that this solar eclipse that we're having. What else is this Hermit? We also have the Three of Wands in reverse. So also kind of looking at, are you pouring your energy into things that just aren't paying off, aren't really manifesting or coming in as quickly as you like? And if not, why do you keep putting your energy there? This could also just be about like, feels like there's a regroup going on here, water signs. So it does feel like you are going to need some time to yourself. Okay, once we get past the eclipse and all of that and into like the later part of this month, you're going to want to really kind of just step back for a little bit and really take stock of everything and what's really working for you, what's not. And I think there's going to be a time where you have to like be like, I just can't give my energy to this anymore, you know? And this is where it should be going. What's this Hierophant? Hierophant in reverse. Okay, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. And we have the Moon. I think this is a dream of yours that maybe has been buried, that has been stifled. Where you're going to be taking a higher path, doing something a little less traditional, or going about things in a non-traditional way, an unconventional way. And I want to say for some of you, this is absolutely about following your intuition. This is about possibly even using some of your psychic skills or some of your nurturing skills, some of your healing skills, some of your compassionate skills. This is about being able to possibly even guide people through the darkness. I want to say for some of you. I think you're going to be, the Hierophant almost feels like it's you, water signs. It feels like you, and you're the unconventional person who's taking people into a next level. And it's somehow tied to a stifled dream of yours, or a dream of yours that's kind of gotten put on a back burner or delayed in some way. But I do feel like that's kind of being pushed forward now more. What's this Tower? I'm hearing the word taboo for some reason. So I don't know if there's something around it's felt taboo, but it's not going to be taboo anymore, or like you're being encouraged. I don't know if you feel like it's taboo and that people won't appreciate it as much, but you're to get past that, and that it's going to be it's going to be actually a lot more widely accepted than you would think. What's this Tower card in reverse? Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune. I do feel like you're going to have some money changes coming in here, water sign, in a good way. I feel like you've gone through some difficult times, that there's been some sudden changes, things that, maybe took you by surprise when it came to financial, putting you with less than you wanted, okay? Putting you into maybe tight financial situations, And I feel like that luck is going to be turning around. There's something changing here, opening up. Let's find out more about this Wheel of Fortune. What do we need to know about this Wheel of Fortune for my... Okay, we have the Four Cups in reverse and the World card in reverse. So again, this is something where like you get out of the state of like feeling a little sorry for yourself and actually receiving the blessings that you have. And again, there's something I want you to go remember this World card here where something you finally release stress around it, something that has been feeling like you're never going to get there. It's kind of maybe tied to that a little bit, but I do feel like a sense of financial liberation, dare I say, coming in towards you, water signs. So keep your eye out for that. So that's my reading for you, water signs. Let me know how that resonated with you. And of course, come back in a couple of weeks. Let me know in the comments how this played out for you. Oh my goodness. Doing all this talking with a sore throat. There's definitely a lot better than where it was at the beginning of this week. Okay. Let's move on to air signs. You guys are next. All right, air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let me see here. Ooh, we got some people in the chat here. Brittany. Hi, good to see you, girl. Patricia. Yeah, great reading for your Taurus. Lovely. And thank you so much. Thank you for those well wishes. Yes, Brittany. Getting married. I'm engaged. Good to see you too, Crystal. Aw. Got some of my Becoming the Medicine girls in the live chat today. All right, so air signs. Let's talk about this solar eclipse in Leo. So for my Geminis, this is happening in your third house. Leo is your third house of siblings, your ideas, how you communicate, contracts, sales, short-term travel, roads, like cars, that kind of thing. Third house is kind of like your junk drawer, okay? It holds a lot of stuff, but this is about your ideas, your way you think, speak, also teaching, learning, that kind of stuff. So there could be some new beginnings, new opportunities coming around, things to do with that area of your chart. But also, like I said, requiring you to let something go. So for my Libras, this is happening in your 11th house of your wider circle of friends, network, social circles, your big vision, your earnings from your career, your business, dreams for your future. So there is a new opportunities here within your, again, this could be about doors opening between people you know could be opening up doorways for you. This would be like new friendships. This could be also about something opening up for you when it comes to bigger earnings from your career. This could also be around something to do with expanding your vision for your future. And then for my Aquarius, okay, Leo is your 7th house of relationships, right? So one-to-one partnerships. And with Jupiter, I will say Jupiter is the planet of the husband. Okay, so this could be a time where you're meeting someone who could be someone, if you're not in a relationship, it could be someone that you're meeting who could become your partner down the road. If you're already in a relationship, this could be about maybe also taking your relationship to a whole new level, making an announcement around that. I will say that when Jupiter was in my 7th house from my moon, which is home life, that's when I met Ian. So this is going to be bringing in, now it doesn't have to just be romantic partners, Aquarius. This could also be around business partnerships. So you could be building new business contract partnerships, things worked with clients, anything one-to-one, that nature. So keep that in mind. All right, let's kind of take a look, air signs, and find out what is the main theme of your reading and what is the potential challenge. Oh, I will say, Aquarius, if you're already in a relationship too, this could be great news from your partner. Your partner might have some great news to share with you because your partner's got something exciting going on. So that could also be something. But let's see what's going on. What do we need to know? What is the main theme for my air signs reading, and what is the potential challenge? Okay. The main theme of your reading is the solar portal, Lionsgate, hello, being centered, balancing power, manipulation. Okay, so this is also the 3rd chakra, right? 3rd chakra, so identity, confidence, your ability to take initiative, to have courage to move forward. So, but it's also, again, it's interesting because something here is opening up for you when it comes to your own power, where it's really important that if you've been dismissing your power, giving away your power, you really want to be calling it back in, especially if people are manipulating it, okay? Or if you're taking advantage of other people and abusing your power, just be aware of that. So this is time to like kind of bring that into balance. Let me just see. I do get that there's something shifting for you, air signs, when it comes to how you are projecting yourself into the world. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I'm getting like there's some sort of reorganization of energy, or even like an upgrade or enhancement of that energy for you. So just kind of keep that in mind, that some more clarity might come through. Now, the main challenge of your, or the potential challenge, I should say, of your reading is sanctuary, healing, comfort, faith, restoration. Okay, so I don't know. I'm picking up for you. I feel like this is a time, air signs, where you are meant to make bold moves, that you are meant to take a leap of faith, to have some courage, is really what I'm getting for you. So I don't feel like the challenge is like you need to spend more time on your healing. I'm actually getting that the challenge for you is that you need to stop spending so much time on your healing, or being in your sanctuary, or reclusing from, like, it's almost like you've got to shine your light. Like that's what I'm seeing. Like it's time to get brighter. It's time to be more visible. It's time to really put yourself out there, air signs. Okay. So don't stay comfortable. Don't keep spending all your time working on your spiritual practice because, like, you know, like you're getting really good at it and it's obviously very important, but it's almost feels like it's become your comfort zone and it's become an excuse to maybe not You know, sometimes we get too good at going within that we forget about the without. So I'm just kind of getting that for you. So I don't know. We're going to see how this develops. That's kind of like where the energy is kind of coming for you, air signs. Let's see what's coming up for you in the past. What do we need to know about the past for my air signs? Oh, geez. Okay. Let's do this in order. We have the Three of Wands, the Justice card in reverse. Okay, first time we've seen that card. And the Strength card. Also, we have the Page of Crystals here in reverse in your current energies. You're getting the World card in reverse in the heart of your spread. And the Eight of Crystals in reverse. Coming into the future energies for my air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have the Lovers in reverse. We have the Eight of Stars in reverse. I'm going to tell you, air signs, it's really about these reversals feel like sometimes when we see reversals, it's like the energy's turned more inward. Okay, and that's where I'm feeling like you got to turn it. You got to turn the dial the other way. You got to put your energy outwardly now, right? That's really what I'm getting for you. You got to shine. You got to make your light bright and seen and visible and acknowledged. What else do we need to know about the future for my air signs? Ha! The Tower upright. There you go. Don't say I don't give you any upright cards, air signs. Overall energy. Ooh, we have the Star in reverse with the Ace of Stars upright. Okay. I don't know why my nose is itchy. Hold on. Okay. So there has been a delay on your big dream. Okay. There's been a delay. It feels like, I don't know if you've been procrastinating. Again, the Star card in reverse is also a very healing energy. This is about doing your healing work. I just want to say, air signs, it is time to put into action all of that healing energy outwardly to the world. All right. Because you've got new opportunities for money, work, career, job, resources, building your own value, okay, coming in here, material worth potentially. So it's time to make some moves is what I'm really hearing for you, air signs. Now, coming into the past, you have the Three of Wands, the Justice card in reverse, and the Strength card. So it feels like you were working towards something, right? You had some things going, you had some irons in the fire. But with the Justice card here in reverse, I don't know if something happened that kind of set you back, something didn't go your way. For some of you, it could have been like something legal had come up or legal in nature. Or this could have just been a decision that did not go well for you. Maybe it was, I don't know, it just had an outcome you weren't expecting. It just didn't work out in your favor. And it, with the Strength card, it took a lot from you. Like, you had to muster up a lot of strength. You had to go within. You had to find your courage. And you may have needed to rest. You may have needed to rest because this particular lion almost looks like it's licking its wounds, is what I'm kind of feeling. Now, in your current energies, you have the Page of Crystals in reverse, the World, and the Eight of Crystals in reverse. So Page of Crystals in reverse can sometimes be a little bit of a white lie. But the page of crystals in reverse also can just be about perhaps deluding yourself with information that is not actually correct. So sometimes this can kind of come through as like a self-sabotage energy in a way, but there might be someone around you who's going to be giving you information that you're like, just don't necessarily resonate with that. It doesn't feel right. I don't know if you're going to necessarily buy it. I don't know if they're going to say something to you. And I actually am getting air signs that this is somehow going to trigger you. It's going to trigger you, but it's going to be in a good way, in a sense of it's going to get you motivated. It's going to get you, I don't know, it's going to light a fire underneath you. Because with the world here in reverse, it's like, there's something you want to accomplish. There's something you have your eyes set on, especially like something that you want to finally like reach that pinnacle, reach the apex, complete it, feel good about it. And I think with the 8 of crystals here in reverse, you're finally going to stop overthinking it. Okay? You're like, you're not going to feel stuck. There's some movement, I think, that maybe comes in here, but you're realizing it's not as bad as maybe you had been making it out to seem. And sometimes we can do that in order to sometimes we can convince ourselves it's worse than it actually is so that we can convince ourselves to maybe stay in the healing mode a little bit longer, or like, oh, I got to get that done, or I got to focus on that before I can actually tend to this kind of mode. So something's going to happen that's going to trigger you this next couple of weeks, but it feels like it's kind of like a wake up moment for you, okay? In a good way. Now, coming into the future, we have the Lovers in reverse, the 8 of Stars in reverse, and then the Tower. I just want to say, I gotta say this, for some of you, I feel like there's someone in your life who maybe you're not in the best situation with. The circumstances aren't so great. There may even be some manipulation going on. Now, this is not for all of you. I've just got to say this because I feel it for some of you, okay? And I feel like you've been procrastinating on really getting to the heart of this problem. I don't think you're going to be procrastinating anymore. Something's going to shift there, whether it's you shifting it or whatever. And I do see there's going to be some sort of big surprise or shock coming through. Now, for others of you, it feels like, again, there's like either there's been a decision that has been delayed, okay, that's going to come back around for you to be looking at, that you can no longer procrastinate on. You've got to put your energy into, okay? And there may even be a surprise coming here that could benefit that. I don't know. We'll see. Let's kind of clarify and go. Let's get into some clarifiers here. So let's find out what the Star card in reverse, because this is your big dreams, your hopes, all of that. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Brenda. Thank you. Okay, we have the 6 of Cups. And the King of Swords. Okay, air signs. I mean, this is you, right? There's a couple things here. It feels like there is something going on when it comes to like your big wishes and big dreams that you feel very attached to at a soul level. Okay, at a soul level. And this would be really asking like the best of you. Like this would be like you really stepping up into a very like much higher version of you than you've all ever been. So it's going to ask more of you, more responsibilities, more tasks, more attention, more energy. I don't know. It's just going to ask more of you. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. But there's something about it feeling very tied to you. Now, for others of you, this could have something to do with your children, okay, and having to make some very big decisions around it. I feel like for some of you, maybe you've been going through kind of custody battles or something of that nature. But it does feel, air signs, like you've got to get into your power. Like in order for things to really go your way, like it feels like you've diminished your power, you've given your power away, or you just haven't fully been executing it. It almost feels like you've been hiding, whether you've been meaning to or not. It just, there's been some element of hiding. And I just don't think you can do that. I think you've got to make some big decisions, or you've got to really just step into your power overall, like execute something. Now, when it comes to the Three of Wands, you got two tens, the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. All right. You have been, I think, trying to work on something, pull something towards you, manifest something that's going to bring in a lot of money for you. Something that, or is going to have long lasting value. But it's been difficult. It's been difficult. It has not been an easy road here. So I don't know if you've been meeting, like there's been red tape around it. I don't know if you've been going through a journey that has been costing you a lot of money, that has been very difficult. That could also be it. And you're just trying to get through it. But I feel like some of you are going through, and again, like there's some sort of legal battle here. Some of you has to do with kids, some not. Or like it's contracts, or it's weighing heavy on specific decisions. What's this Justice card? What's this Justice card in reverse? The World card is really coming up for everyone a lot. The World in reverse. So I don't know if you're trying to get a resolution, finally end something that just isn't ending. This could be a very long, delayed out legal process. What else do we need to know about the Justice card? We also have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So this could have been something that just felt like there were not a lot of options available here. Really kind of pushing you maybe into a corner. But for some of you too, a lot of clarity has come through this. Like whatever confusion there was, like if you thought there were options, it's been limited down, and now you're like, well, this is my only option. Like it's very clear now. So there might be something like along that line where you're like, all right, this is the only thing I can do now. Again, this has caused to, like, you've been going through it here, like bringing up the Strength card. What's the Strength card? Ooh, okay. We have the Eight of Wands and the Sun card. So yeah, you've had to kind of like really lean into yourself, I think, or lean into something to gain strength, possibly like even like may have even had to lick your wounds. But in doing so, it feels like there was a breakthrough of clarity and movement. Something happened out of this. Something good happened, at like a yes or deep, deep clarity came through it, that also perhaps even included some sort of, I don't know, communication or email or a phone call or text message or something came that was like an aha. And I'm hearing that it lit you on fire. So what, and it's kind of tied to this Page of Crystals. So what is this Page of Crystals in reverse? Okay, we have the King of Wands. And the Hangman in reverse. So I'm getting an interesting energy here for you, air signs. I feel like there's someone who's been like really charismatic around you. I don't know, like they've always been like, they've always got the right thing to say. And I think you catch them in a lie, or you catch them not giving you the best information. I don't know. Now, I don't know if this is someone who's maybe done a little manipulation on their part and they've been manipulating you. Um, or this is you. I don't know. But a new perspective is born through this. Like all of a sudden, you see the landscape very differently, air signs. So there is a wake up call coming, but a wake up call that's very good. Okay, like it's needed, it's necessary. What's this world card in reverse? We have the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I think there's a little restlessness here now. You're like, all right, I'm going for it. There's something like you're gonna go for something. I don't know, like you're gonna try to, you're going for something that you're gonna be successful at, that you want to achieve. That puts an end to something, or allows you to move on to the next thing. The Two of Wands. You are at a fork in the roads. So you're at a bypass and you're like, okay, I can keep going down this path, but we've seen where it's taking me, or I can go down this path. And I think you're starting to see a new path opening up, air signs, that you're starting to get a little antsy over. You're like, okay, I need to start moving. I got to do something. I am telling you, it feels very, very palpable, this energy, air signs. You're going to get a little bit of a lot of a really big wake up call. If you haven't already. That's gonna, like, you're gonna see someone for who they really are. Something, they're gonna say something that really just kind of like, oh, oof. And it's gonna put you, like, to drive you to want to take your power. Okay. And you're gonna want to take control of a situation that maybe you felt like has been out of your control. What's this Eight of Crystals in reverse? Five of Cups. Yeah, you are not wasting any time crying. You are like, okay, no, we are not stuck. You have a plan. It feels like there's clarity. Six of Pentacles coming in. You may even be getting some help along the way here, whether it's in financial assistance or just receiving some kind of help. What is the Lovers card here in reverse? We have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you are, whew, I don't know if this is you and another person, okay? A relationship that is, you know, feeling kind of distant, or like things aren't on the same page at minimum. Or if this is about a past decision that you've made or decision you've delayed on. But whatever it is, you've got a new spark of life coming in with the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. You are getting to work. There's like newfound inspiration, motivation. There's excitement. You are going full tilt into this. Okay. Like, I don't know what, but you've got something on the books that you are working hard at. Whether this is, it's something. It's something. I feel like you got a plan. I feel like you're getting ready to execute something big. Air signs. What's this Eight of Stars in reverse? Wow. 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 Okay, you have the Star, the Temperance card, and the Six of Wands. Success is coming your way. You have had to wait patiently for it. Okay, this has probably tested your patience. And I would say something that you've been either working at behind the scenes, you now are bringing it to the forefront. You can note, like, you are like, it's so important for you to not cower, to not shrink, to not play smaller than your potential. Okay. You really want to open up like this solar portal. It's time to like open up from your third chakra. I was going to call it your third eye. Your third chakra, your solar plexus. You need confidence. You need declaration. You got to stand in your power. You got to own it. And you got to channel the sun through here. Okay. Because this is where you're not going to get fucked with when you have like this energy. And it feels like you're not going to get fucked with right now. I don't know how to say it. It's like I'm getting more and more excited as I do your reading, air signs. So it's like I can feel the power building up inside of you that's taking charge of a situation to go in your favor. Okay. What's the Tower? Wow. The Lovers again in reverse and the Fool card. New beginnings coming. Perhaps whatever this Lovers card in reverse represents to you, it's like feels like it's going to be behind you. So it feels like something shocking is opening up a new pathway for you. Like I said, something is going to take you by surprise. Let me see what this Fool card is. What's this Fool card? Oh, you're breaking free of whatever has been fucking you, okay? That's just no way else to put it. That's what I feel. I feel like you've been getting effed with, air signs, and I just feel like that energy, you're finally like going to stand up for yourself. Like, I feel like you've been licking your wounds, you've been going inside, you've been trying to do the work internally, and now it's like, no, you got to stand in your power, you got to step up to the plate, you got to call the shots, you got to like present yourself, okay? And you do that and things are going to work out in your favor. For some of you, it feels like this is about kids. For others of you, this is about something that you feel very soulfully connected to, okay? And I see like good things coming here for you. So you're just going to have to channel it though through here. Okay. So, air signs, interesting reading, interesting energy, to be quite honest. It's very strong, coming through. All right. Let me know if I've got any air signs in the live chat right now, if that's resonating with you. If you've got anything kind of going on where you know it's time, you got to like pony up. It's like, coach, put me in. It's my time. You know, like that kind of energy. Hey, Christina. So good to see you. Fire. You guys are next. All right. Fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right. Well, Leos, this solar new moon eclipse is happening in your first house. So this is about you. It's about your identity. It's about your body, your energy, how you're showing up in this world. Okay. So new beginnings for you. And of course, this could be you announcing to the world. Okay. You might have some really big announcement to make, something that's really kind of that you're excited about. If you're a Sagittarius, okay, this is happening in your 9th house of your Dharma, your purpose. So this could be for you guys new beginnings when it comes to higher learning. This could be about travel plans. This could be about just even like some of like your spiritual like journeys. You could be like opening up new opportunities for spiritual learning, religion, anything like of that nature. It's also the 9th house deals with work visas, green cards, that sort of thing, legal stuff. So this could be the beginning of putting a legal issue behind you, or maybe there's new beginnings when it comes to legal stuff, or you finally like get to put a close to it. Again, there's usually like there's some kind of announcement coming with this solar eclipse. 9th house can also be your in-laws, so there might be something to do with in-laws. What else? Aries, let's go on to Aries. So Aries, this is happening in your my gosh, your ninth house too. How is that possible? Wait, why am I so confused right now? Aries, Libra. Wait, oh no, because I just took you as a Sagittarius. Okay, never mind. Had a brain fart there for a second. Fifth house. Aries, this is happening in your fifth house of romance, children, creative expression, having fun, inner child work. This is also about entrepreneurialism, taking risks, investments. So there could be new things on the horizon here for you, Aries, when it comes to those kinds of topics. Again, maybe you're announcing like you're going to be opening up your own business. Maybe this is like finally opening up a new business. This could be something, a big announcement from your kids. This could be like a really big announcement, like your kids are graduating, or one of your kids, is getting married, or one of your kids is having a baby, or it could be something like that. Or you're pregnant. Aries, you could be pregnant. You could be engaged. The fifth house is also like that kind of, like, again, romance, dating. You could meet someone new under the sky if you're single, Aries. So any of those things could be kind of happening for also like creative projects. So this is a great time to be like working on creative projects as well. Okay, that's a lot of shuffling for that. Did I shuffle this one already? If anyone in the live chat knows if I've already shuffled this one, just let me know. But so that's kind of like what's happening for you guys, fire signs, as we kind of get into it. Again, I will say fire signs, because this solar eclipse has the south node in it, even though it's very optimistic and it's like exciting, whatever's going on, there is the need to let something go, release, or there's a return to the past in some way. Leo's very nostalgic. Okay, so this can bring in some very nostalgic energy for all of us in the solar eclipse. Maybe needing to let go of something that you keep kind of going back to, and it might be like, well, maybe it's time to let that go. But all right, fire signs. Let's look into the main theme of your reading and the potential challenge for my fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. Oh, okay. Very like subtle energy here, like in a sense of the colors. Calming. Okay, so fire signs, you got the crown portal, divinity, unity, and separation. So this kind of brings up this idea of feeling connected to everything, and maybe also not feeling connected, right? Feeling like a sense of separation, which is what our ego loves to do to us, to make us feel like we're not one with everything. This could be about a very kind of bringing in some sort of spiritual elements here for you, some divine elements, opening up your crown chakra. This could also just be about crowning you, okay? Where like this is your moment to shine. This is where you kind of get to that next level where you are kind of, maybe for some of you, there might be a little bit of a celebrity kind of like energy kind of coming in, where you are, it's time for you to be seen and noticed, right? Very Leo energy. But their challenge is contemplation. So silence, knowing, releasing control. I gotta say that it feels like I also am getting for you, and I will say this is for like everyone, okay? But it's kind of specifically coming up in these last two readings that okay, for some of you, yes, maybe you need to like just go within, connect to spirit, okay, connect to the universe, to God, to source, the creator, and really trust what's going to come through to you. Okay, there might even be a need for some of that information to come through. But for others of you, it also feels like the opposite of that. So it feels like you don't need to contemplate anymore. Like, just trust. You've already got the messages and just go for it. Like, you got to make some moves. Okay, so let's kind of see where this is really going. We'll get some more clarity on the cards as we pull your tarot. So what do we need to know about the past for my fire signs? Ho, ho, ho. We got the fat devil right out of the gates. Look at that nice dragon. We love a dragon, don't we? Strength card in reverse. 8 of Cups. Ooh, in reverse. Fire signs. What have you been stuck with that you should be getting out of? All right. What is coming into the current energies for my fire signs? All right. We have the Ace of Stars in reverse. The 2 of Crystals in the heart of your spread in reverse, which we like. We like that. Judgment coming in. Another winged creature, but not the devil this time. Oof. 4 of Wands coming into your near future. The Ace of Cups. And, the 3 of Stars in reverse. Interesting. Overall energy. 6 of Cups, Page of Crystals. Again, very nostalgic energy, the 6 of Cups. It's about the good times, what we remember. This also could be about children. This could also be just about past life energy, things that we remember, things we feel very connected to. Soulmate energy as well. And with the Page of Crystals underneath, it means there's the energy of researching, being more interested, curious, wanting to know more. It also could come through a form of a delayed message. Kind of coming in here. So, looking at your energy. Okay, so in the past, you have the Devil, the Strength card in reverse, the 8 of Cups in reverse. Look, there's something you've been bound to, okay? You just can't seem to get yourself free of it. The monkey is on your back, okay? And it's weighing you down, fire signs. It's weighing you down. And you've been wanting to kind of put it behind you, move on to something else. But this energy is making you burdened. It's burdening you. And I just think you've had a hard time walking away from it or letting it go, leaving it be. Coming into your current energies, you have the Ace of Stars in reverse, 2 of Crystals in reverse, and the Judgment card. Look, I think you're looking at an opportunity that's possibly a new way to make money, a new way to maybe it's new material resources or something of that nature. Again, it could be new business. It could be just, I don't know. It could be a lot of things here, but what it does, it feels like something that you already know. It's come back around. It didn't fully take some roots. It's kind of like been floating is what it feels like. It's kind of floating around, but now it's time to kind of like get serious about it. With the 2 of Crystals in reverse, I think you're finally going to make some headway. I think you're making some decisions. You're choosing a path. And it's kind of like Judgment coming in here is also saying, hey, no, we're doing this. It's aligned very much with your purpose, your destiny. A judgment coming here too is feeling like there's might be for some of you a feeling of like you're getting a second chance at something, and I think you don't want to let the opportunity go. I think you really want to take advantage of it. Is what I'm kind of getting here. It feels like you're very open to it, and I think you've really got to trust, like, and it feels, I'm going to say for a lot of you, this feels very spiritually connected. Like this feels like you're meant to do this. This is your purpose. Like you feel very connected to it and it's calling you. Now going into the future energies, you have the Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and then the Three of Stars in reverse. So I feel like for some of you, this could be a time of the Four of Wands can be a celebration of family coming together. This could be an anniversary or even just a soulmate like energy. And I'm going to say, because there's an Ace of Cups, I'm hearing also for some of you renewal of commitment, maybe with you and another person. But for others of you too, it feels for some of you like this is something you might be doing with family, that family is somehow involved, and there's an excitement here, and I'm getting like a yes energy. And it really feels like this Ace of Cups, yes, for some of you, this could be like opening up a new level of love and commitment and all of that. But it feels very purpose driven. It feels very dream oriented. Like it's attached to your dreams. It's what you want. And it does feel with the Three of Stars here in reverse, I'm kind of feeling like you're going to have to put to bed something that you've been working on with others in order to focus on this. Potentially. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see where this is going. Let's see. What is the Six of Cups? Yeah, the Tower card is coming out everywhere. The Tower card and the Ace of Cups in reverse. I think you have been avoiding something that's going to definitely shake things up for people around you, maybe you yourself, when it comes to following your dreams, following what your wishes are, following your heart. And it's something that you feel very connected to. Okay, look. And I just feel like you've been curious about it. You've been researching it. You've been maybe planning, but you haven't really like put things into full motion. Okay. Like you've been doing all like the gathering the information, getting well versed in certain things, but now it's time for action. So I think you've been doing that because while you're doing that, I think you're also delaying what it is that you really want. But it's also because you're trying to avoid some sort of disruption or shakeup to the usual. So, okay. Let's see. What's this devil? Let's get into it. What's this devil? Thank you, Crystal. Woo! We have the Empress on the devil. What is that? And the Ten of Wands. I think there's something you really want. Now, for some of you, this might be someone that you really love. Okay, it's your person, but they're weighing you down in some way. Does that mean you need to leave them? No, not necessarily. But there's something about them that's weighing you down. Okay, for others of you, this isn't about someone, but this is about something that you really want to do. Okay, you feel very connected to, but you may have someone around you who's like, or there's a circumstance or a situation that's just like keeping you stuck, keeping you bound. And it's making things very heavy for you. Like it's like, I'm just seeing someone who's like got their hands caught in all these different places, trying to put out all these different fires, take care of all these different things, but the thing they really want to do, the thing they really want to be working on. What's this strength card? Brittany, I'm glad it resonated with you, air signs. 9 of Swords in reverse. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse, the Hangman, and the 7 of Swords in reverse. Ooh. I feel like someone had to come clean to you about something, or you came clean to someone else. I don't know. Really, to kind of something you were stressed about for a while. And I don't know. It also like gave you a new perspective on things, which is just really still weighing you down. You know, the 7 of Swords in reverse can be an apology. So there may have been an apology here, but it also like shifted things here for you is what I'm getting. Like you can't unsee it. And so now things just look differently. And this like weighed you down, right? Like it depleted you. What's this 8 of Cups in reverse? What's this 8 of Cups? We have the 3 of Cups in reverse. The 8 of Swords in reverse. I'm going to pull one more. So having a hard time like walking away from something. I don't know if there was a situation with friends that didn't go so well, or just a situation that you should have been happy and it wasn't, that you're really trying to break yourself free from. And then we have the Justice card coming up again in reverse. I don't know, I just get like something doesn't feel fair to you. Just trying to get away from a situation where you always kind of feel stuck and things aren't fair for you. For some of you, it could be legal stuff. But you also, I'm getting like you keep delaying like making this big decision that would tilt things in your favor. But also like in your mind, I think you feel it's harder than it needs to be. What's this Ace of Stars in reverse? Ooh, okay. We have the Ace of Wands and the Fool card here in reverse. Ooh, fire signs. Yeah, I feel like there is something coming your way through this solar eclipse that is really opening up that path for you that you've been kind of hesitant on, or you've just been toe dipping, okay? You haven't been fully like launch pad in head first. You've been kind of dragging your feet a little, doing a little here, like dabbling, but you can't dabble anymore. And something's going to happen that's really going to ignite you. Now, this may even be a spiritual kind of experience for some of you based off of all the cards I'm getting. But there might be some sort of awakening that comes forward that's also around a new opportunity for money. But this opportunity for money is not new in a sense of like you've already known about it. You just haven't like, it hasn't taken root. You haven't fully given it everything you got or said yes to it fully yet, you know, like whether it's energetically or literally. But I see there's a path opening up here. I think you're going to no longer, like you're feeling energized to no longer just toe dip. What's this 2 of Crystals? Wow. Love it. 6 of Swords. Yeah, there's movement coming in here. You're ready to move to new territory. You're ready to move forward. Get out of the mundane, get out of everything that you've always known, and start going to where you're not. Because Five of Pentacles in reverse, it just feels like I'm getting this sense of like financial independence for some of you. That's what you're wanting, but also the sense of coming out of a place where like it feels like you're wanting to connect with something deeply that you know you're meant for, but you've been almost keeping yourself out of that party. Okay. And you're going to finally like, no, I'm going towards this now. This is mine. And you know that there's a lot of abundance that can come through that, but it's really dependent on how much of yourself you're willing to give it. And that's where like you're going to start giving more of yourself there. What's this Judgment card? Yeah. Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Chariot in reverse. So for some of you, you may need to be like willing to invest some money here. Okay. Like I said, Aries, especially Aries, you got to be bold. You got to take some risks. Okay. And you may need to do things in a way with the Chariot card here in reverse where it's not like typical. Okay. Like you can't see everything. Like it's not just going to be easy, fast forward movement, but it's going to move. It's just going to move in a little bit of a different way. And I just said this specifically for Aries because I know this is happening. This solar eclipse is happening in your 5th house where it's good to take risks. Okay. It's where you want to be bold. But also like for Leos and Sag, like, this is also about like your purpose and like, you betting on you, like putting everything into you. Like all of you fire signs, like this is about you betting on you. And you're getting some kind of like redo here. Okay. And it's like, there is an uprising of like energy of like, this is time and I have to fully commit. Even though like, as you're moving forward, you don't see the full path. It's okay. Trust me. You'll never will see the full path. Okay. It will get revealed to you as you go. But I see like, this energy coming forward. For others of you, this is about like you finally, like, I want to make more money, you know, and like what you're saying yes to is like, no, like, I know I can do this. Like it may not be about you necessarily spending money. This may be about you saying yes to something that you know you can finally make more money at. But of course, it's going to be different than what you're used to. So what's this Four of Wands? What's the Four of Wands? Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. There you are. I feel like you're going to be really happy here, fire signs. I don't know. You're just like, you're taking charge. You're in control. You've got some good news. And you're doing something very unconventional with the Hierophant here in reverse. And again, I want to say this could be also about a very spiritual commitment that is not conventional. But I don't know, you're making some announcement and this could be something that your family's celebrating, that you're excited about. This again could be some sort of happy event that's family related. This could be about you and your partner. Or someone that you deeply care about. But I see like you're making some announcement here and you're going for it. And there is some sort of good news that's coming through here. What's this Ace of Cups? Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. I really feel for a lot of you that whatever this Ace of Cups is for you, whether it's love or a commitment to a dream of yours, a deep wish, it's like you're committed, like you're ready to put in the work. With the Ace of Pentacles, you're getting down, you're committing, you're going all the way. You're like, all right, like you're not toe dipping anymore, fire signs. What else is this? Page of Cups. Very nice energy coming in here for you, fire signs. You may also get some sort of news here or help or offer that's like kind of assisting. There's some energy coming in here that's assisting, that's opening up the dream even more, making it more available. I love this. This is really, it feels very much tied to something you deeply, deeply want for yourself. That's finally getting the energy it deserves. What's this 3 of Stars in reverse? Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like for some of you that in order to do this, there's something else you have to back out of. And again, that's that South Node, right? Releasing. And it might be something that you've been working on. You may have been working on a project, or you may have committed yourself to something else. And I feel like you're like, no, I've got to do this. I've got to take care of me. Like you're finally taking care of you, of what your needs are, what success means for you, your like ability to make money on your own even. What else is this? Queen of Cups in reverse, 5 of Swords in reverse. So it feels like you may even have to reveal your true feelings about something here, that if there was a fight to be had around this, like really kind of squash that. So you may have to get very like open and honest about like your own emotions. I feel like you may, for some of you, you may even be sad that you're kind of leaving this thing. Like there's some mixed emotions for some of you around like there's so much excitement around kind of moving forward, but also there's a little bit of mixed emotions for some of you around like also having to say goodbye to this thing, whatever this is. Because you're also like, I don't know, there's some emotional tie to it, like emotional attachment, but you also know like this is the right move. So it's something that you dwell in or you want to dwell in. Because I feel like you're also just, you're going to get over it. You're going to get over it fine. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm seeing you so far. So fire signs, let me know if that resonated for you, but I see like you're finally like no more toe dipping. You're going for something. And, it really feels very divinely connected. Like, definitely stay open. Pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the messages you're getting, and keep following what you know is meant for you, not what's meant for others. It's time to do it. And if you ever doubt yourself, just go within, pause, stop, go within. Okay? So, yeah, that's my reading. All done. All done. Ugh. All right, my loves. Let me just say hello here to aloha. Yeah, moving for the umpteenth time and going to get my personal business moving. Good. Get it moving. Get it moving. Hi, Scott. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in the chat in a while. D. Carlson. Hello, Nicole, and everyone. Congratulations. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you, everyone, for all the congratulations that you've sent me on my podcast announcement. I appreciate it. Mind Matters. We just finished Fire Signs and we finished them all. I'm about to sign off and put all the timestamps in there for you. Dennis, so good to see you. Even though you're late, you're always on time. Guys, I love you. Have an incredible weekend. And I will see you.